Welcome to the behind the scenes of Mammut's newest climbing film. I'm Rue, I'm the filmmaker, and it's gonna be an amazing ride, so let's dive in.
It's a good shot.
I like that.
They're all really good at climbing.
Noah, the tent holder.
My prosthetic was just getting caught.
This is insane.
Oh my God. You know the situation's kinda bad.
Chaos.
Morning.
Morning, dude.
Gonna be a great day.
Day one.
As filmmakers, I think it's our job, sure, to capture climbing on a trip like this, but for us it was mainly about listening, about hearing their hearts and trying to share what we experienced here on the ground in Yosemite through the format of film and photos. I think it's easy on video shoots to go in with this is what the brand wants, this is what the filmmakers want, this is what's gonna get the best photos.
He's gonna start. I'll start.
But I think in order to have a successful project like this, we really needed the athletes to share what they wanted to have happen while we were here in Yosemite. They were all coming from different backgrounds, but it was clear that we all wanted to just like hang out, get to know each other, and climb.
All right, I'm about to jet off. See how this first pitch is. Get up there, belay you up next. That way you can film Katie lead climbing it.
Sweet.
A little bit of logistics to make some
That helmet
filming
looks
magic.
good with your eyes.
Yeah.
It does?
It looks so good.
That is such a good compliment, thank you.
So the task from the brand was to film a documentary, 4 to 9 minutes, which would have been probably enough of a task on its own. But we also had to film some commercial video assets, and then we also just had to take photos of everything. So we had sort of these 3 missions. And those 3 things, that's kind of a lot for just 2 filmmakers to be keeping in their heads during this sort of limited window of time. We have 3 days to really make this happen.
So I led up the first pitch, build my little gear anchor. I'm actually not even really sure I'm in the right spot, but got Rue on his little top rope. That way he can get a nice shot.
In this trip, we were really focused on capturing moments. We had this vision of kind of the voiceover pairing well with the actual in-person moments. So the voiceover wasn't necessarily guiding you through the trip, the in-person moments were what were guiding you through the trip. But you can kind of hear the hearts and the emotions of the athletes through that voiceover.
He just looks mad. And I'm like, what's going on? And he was like, it's hot out here. I don't know, my feet hurt. Look at this. And I was like, oh, this is great. And he was like, you love it so much, you lead. And I'm like, fine, I will.
But that's classic, That's like the classic partnership, kind of dynamic.
Yeah.
And so when we were on the multi-pitch climb and we're filming Steph just like cracking jokes and telling us about taking her pants off during one of the climbs to try to descend, I think was a good first bonding experience and gave everybody a good introduction to what climbing was like here in Tuolumne Meadows.
Then I ended up taking off my pants and rodeo the rope.
We have to be climbing ahead of them. So that means we're having to lead climb the same route. Yeah, we're having to belay each other up. We're having to ascend ropes and keep all of that out of the shot and out of the climber's way so that when they climb, it kind of looks like they're the first ones climbing.
So we're on the top of the second pitch of this multi-pitch. It's such a beautiful day. There's a little bit of a breeze. Sun is shining. Spirits are high. Erika's coming up here. It's a beautiful, beautiful day to go rock climbing.
It's honestly such a joy to get to work with my best friend Rue on this. We've been working together for years now.
We got Jaden on the drum, Noah on the camera, and Rue just singing this song.
He's turned out to be a fantastic documentary and commercial filmmaker and photographer. Yeah, really a well-rounded, creative person.
What's your favorite song, Rue?
Oh, my favorite song?
Well, first explain the word.
So this position is normally dedicated to somebody called the DIT, which is the Data Imaging Technician. Somebody who imports all the data, makes sure things don't get lost. In short, they're called the DIT. So I made up the song whenever I work with Noah, which goes like this. Yep. Dit, 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 woo, dit, 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 woo. And dit, 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 woo always goes to dit, dit, dis, Rue.
Rue, you are one of a kind.
And so he brought me onto this project and I was pretty stoked to be here. And we had to really think about sort of dividing our roles. So while Rue was maybe focusing a little bit more on the commercial assets, directing a little bit, I was just kind of letting my camera roll, trying to capture conversations, trying to really be as much of a documentarian as I could.
Katie's very fluid and dainty up there.
She's putting her foot exactly where it needs to be, and she's just going up. And hopefully I can do the same thing.
Just knowing, I think from my personal experience with telling stories here on YouTube, like how much those conversations that if you just keep the camera rolling, how much value those conversations have.
It is a little glary.
Okay.
So just if you don't see something you like, maybe wait and look a little more.
Okay.
I just think when these conditions, it's just really hard to see the feet.
Okay, cool.
And especially with climbing too, like you never know when the person is gonna send. So you kind of just have to keep the camera rolling the whole time. Even if you think you have all the footage that you need.
It just seems so big.
Yeah, it's definitely fun.
Yeah, huge power move. But you freaking rocked it like 3 times. You're like, bah, bah, bah.
It was so fun.
Katie came up with the idea of filming a little sport climbing route, and so we walked through the woods, pretty fun little creekside jaunt through the forest, and I got up on the wall and started filming some beautiful knob climbing here.
I feel like I went bouldering with Lonnie up here once. On some like kind of traversing area.
Thing, and then I like climb up to the bolt and clip it, and I look down at him and he's like, oh my God. And I'm like, I cannot believe.
I cannot believe.
Got everything good. Nice.
We are filming some sport climbing, and the best way to film sport climbing, in my opinion, is from above. So we're gonna go hop on up there.
So we got a couple angles of this climb happening. Katie setting off, Noah filming the ground angle.
I'm up here on the wall filming once she gets a little bit higher. It was such a privilege to see Katie, Cail, Erika, and Steph climb this beautiful route, like right in front of my camera. You can kind of see their brain working on like which holds they want to grab and their delicate feet. It was really like watching an art form. It was so beautiful because they're just so strong and so capable. And the way that the rock interacted with their abilities was just stunning. On the way back, that beauty kind of gave way to struggle.
How do you describe the condition of the bugs right now?
This is just chaos. I walked into a tree. Well, right here, this is bad. This is bad.
Oh
I'm
my
like
God.
looking down at my feet.
Oh my God.
Where's the spray? Where's the
Guys.
Holy shit, this is insane.
We gotta get out of here.
My God. We're getting swarmed, guys. We gotta keep moving.
Guys,
Just like douse us.
Getting bit through my shirt. Oh my God.
How am I getting bit through my shirt?
Mosquito situation's kinda bad.
And I'm just like, oh, really good. They also have
After that first day, we were really excited to film some bouldering, and they were all excited to climb some fun boulders here in the park.
See, I wanted to put my foot on this, but I'm scared.
Yeah, that's
It just looks slippery.
Because we were so focused on capturing moments, we had all of them mic'd up with lavalier microphones. Okay, so we are getting all the microphones set up. Each person will have their own, so we're gonna label it with their name. So throughout the week, we can just continuously be giving people their microphones, and then at the end, when I go to edit it all, I'll just have like all of Steph's audio, all of Katie's audio, all of Erika's audio, and all of Cail's audio, all just like labeled and easy to go. So just doing some technical labeling and making sure batteries are charged. I'm gonna take this off and relabel it. We're kind of just letting them do their thing. We went to this place called Puppy Boulders, which there are just tons of different boulders around, so everybody can kind of choose their own adventure and
just leave.
you're just over.
Do you feel steady on it?
So okay, like right now, I'm on this, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like on it.
Oh, okay.
Like right.
Like you're trusting
kind of
that.
feel that, but yeah, see that? Like
That's a bad fit. Oh,
yeah. But you know, if you even move a little bit, sometimes
Like
it'll slip off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
like,
like
something like this big right here.
like I can feel that like when I'm on it, like kind of right now, I'm like, okay, if I look and I'm like,
pushback.
okay, I'm on this, but like if I go in more, like it
It'll
could slip
slip out,
out,
yep.
or if I'm like moving this way, it
It'll
could
slip
slip.
out.
Yeah, rotating.
Yeah. So it really just depends.
Big over here. It's like kind of slopey,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's pretty good.
Oh, where the tick is.
as the ocean throws the water to the shoreline, the blanket on the coast. From the stories old, let the truth be told. Getting lost in all the wonder, and it's singing on and on.
Really build in that tub.
There was like a very fun community feel that day, and as filmmakers really, like I said, trying to listen and hear and watch with the story unfold, this was like when my mind started to get really full of all these positive memories. And when my mind gets full of positive memories, my camera also gets full of footage of beautiful memories happening. And so in capturing all of this bouldering footage, that was when I really started to feel like, okay, this story is taking shape and we are starting to feel like maybe something beautiful can come out of all of this.
Oh, that was so nice.
I mean, ultimately, like in the end, the most important thing on a shoot like this is that everyone feels safe and everyone feels comfortable.
Nice.
And if you don't have that, like everything else doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how cool the shots are, it doesn't matter however many views this gets, like none of that matters if the actual vibe here, you know, among the dynamic among the filmers and the athletes, if that dynamic isn't good, if it isn't solid, then we're not going to have a good product.
It's on my rear view mirror because I'm a climber.
And I think after the bouldering day, everybody really started to feel comfortable and all these storylines started to develop. It was clear Cail was really passionate about learning and trying new things and getting mentored. Erika was so excited about pushing the grades a little bit and taking a break from her normal 9-to-5, just be out in this beautiful wilderness area. Katie was so passionate about sharing this place that she loves with these new people that she just met. And Steph, who's a Yosemite legend, having freed the Salate and freed El Cap, is coming back after 20 years of not being here and is starting to remember all these beautiful memories that she had while she was here.
It's like all these things that I used to do all the time and haven't done in so long. It's kind of cool.
So maybe I'll do it with you for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, it is really cool.
At the end of the second day, Noah and I decided it was actually a really great opportunity to film some interviews. So we sat them down in this beautiful meadow. You can't see it in one of the interviews, but there's a deer sitting behind Cail, and I definitely will remember forever.
Okay, so we're interviewing Erika here. It's a kind of janky setup, obviously just a tripod on the grass and Erika in a camp chair. But in order to make good great, we have Noah, which is acting as a bounce with this beautiful tank top. So
It's the only white thing we have.
It's multi-purpose. It's moisture wicking, it is light, it is good for climbing, and it's really good as a bounce for light for interviews.
We're bringing up the shadows on your subject's face.
That night, as the sun was going down, we staged a little bit of a commercial shoot.
And 3, 2, 1, go for it.
This is so cute. It says low battery though.
Oh man.
Aww.
These sorts of projects are really fun for me because we get both the documentary experience, but while we're out with these amazing athletes, with all these amazing products, we get to showcase some of that at the best time of day and the best view.
God, did you see?
So we have finished the commercial element to this shoot. We staged a tent out here, which is probably not where you would put a tent, but for a commercial photo where we're revealing the view, unzipping the tent, kind of got to fake it a little bit. So we faked it, and now we're just gonna get some good drone shots and yeah, call it a night on day 2 of filming this beautiful, amazing, super fun project. The final day was sport climbing day. Mammut makes a bunch of great sport climbing products, which we really wanted to showcase. And so we spent the morning kind of doing a little lifestyle photo shoot. Noah got this amazing drone shot, which you can see here. Getting the final interview set. We've interviewed all the athletes a couple times, and we're kind of just getting those like final conclusions, final reflective thoughts. And I don't know, on the last day, it's a bittersweet time. I think this is a beautiful experience, and I'm sad to see it end, but the story is kind of wrapping up. And yeah, we're gonna interview Steph one last time and then go film some sport climbing, and that'll be it. Yeah, well done, dude. We're doing great.
Crushing it.
And it was a great opportunity to fly a drone. You cannot fly drones in national parks, so we picked one day outside the park where we could fly the drone a little bit, show a different perspective of the climbing here.
Oh, there's some skin. I'm just gonna keep climbing. It's just a flash wound. No big deal.
And as we wrapped up the trip, I think it's important for us to realize as filmmakers, like our goal here was to create a film about the experience of these athletes. And I hope through this behind the scenes video, maybe you don't get a behind the scenes look at how we rigged certain climbs or the camera settings we used or how we flew the drone or why we flew the drone, but more our hearts and minds as filmmakers just capturing this experience.
You even move a little bit, sometimes
Like
it'll slip off.
Yeah.
Okay, I can get that.
I'm definitely leaving here with a mind like full of so many rich memories and a heart just so warm and full of all these great new friendships that we made. And that's what I love about climbing, is it's not always about the technical things you're doing on the rock face, but it's about the lifestyle of being out in beautiful places with really kind, good, passionate, joyful people.
She just did the V5 variation. Gonna do the easier way.
And that's what this trip was for us. It was about building community and showing what climbing is all about. And at the end of the day, when we put the cameras away, we're all just climbers.